Hi, I'm Dave Doucette. I'm the Ward 2 Councilor and I'm running for re-election. This is my 5th time running and the 5th time I've done a campaign speech like this. Now I have experience doing lots of technology and business presentations, so I wanted to make this presentation different. If I did it as a speech, it would come from the head where the words are crafted. This one I want to come from the heart, which you really can't do on a script. So first, I want to thank the people of Ward 2 who supported me in the early elections. It's been a true honor and privilege to represent you folks on the council. And the best compliment I ever heard from a voter is he likes the way I think. Now, I'm available to anyone in Ward 2 that needs assistance working with the city. I started working in Marlboro at Digital Equipment Corporation in 1987 as a software engineer. My wife and I moved into Marlboro in 1992. My wife I've been married for 34 years. I have 2 daughters, 2 grandchildren, and 1 more on the way. My grandson is studying 1st grade at the Kane School, where my daughter attended. Now, I got a Bachelor's of Science from Northeastern University, an MBA from Clark, and after 30 years in high tech, I got a job at the local Home Depot. I've been there for about 8 years. A lot of people know me as Dave from Flooring. Now, my engineering and business background provides an understanding and perspective that's really needed on the council. Now, some political candidates complain about the cost of everything without understanding the value of anything. Now, elected officials need to advance society in this city through the long arc of history, and that takes investments in the future. And I'm a geek that understands technology, business, and local government now. And I'm always learning how all that impacts local citizens and small businesses. And I'm not afraid to ask questions during public hearing or council meetings to clarify an issue. I figure if I don't understand, someone out there might not understand it either. And we are now, unfortunately, in a age of dramatic climate change. When I was in grade school in the 60s, we'd have snow days in December. Now December is monsoon season. Unanticipated floods are happening throughout the city, even with blue skies, like on Farm Road or Phelps Street or other parts around the city. And I was an advocate to address climate change before I was on the council. I've always been promoting green technology and green energy, and I believe that those investments to reduce carbon footprint have a payback, because green is about reducing emissions and saving money. And that's been demonstrated with the city with the success of our electric car fleet and the use of solar panels in our schools. Those projects were initiated under my watch. And the more renewable energy we capture within the city, the less is imported into our community, and that energy may come from unstable parts of the world. So more needs to be done. Specifically, I think geothermal has a lot of potential for a long-term heating and cooling savings of municipal buildings, which would save us a lot of money. And we should be proud on how our city works. There is no divisive conflict between elected officials. We all work together to benefit our city, our citizens, and our businesses. And I try to avoid political labels. I'd rather see people speak their own mind. And the result is some Republicans may call me liberal, some Democrats will call me conservative, but I'm a progressive. I believe in facts, I believe in science and education, and the best education when the student works on it. And I believe that education doesn't end in high school. I also believe in acting on your own beliefs, not just talking the talk. I walk the walk. I actually bike the e-bike because I have an e-bike that I go around town, and that's a lot of fun, especially up and down those hills in downtown. Now, if you want to learn more about me, go to doucetteformarlboro.org. That's with the number 4. Wave me down if you catch me on my bike canvassing. But here's the thing. Democracy is not a spectator sport. You need to get out to vote. Get all your friends and neighbors to vote too. Not only in the November 9th election, but also the primary on October 10th, because every vote counts. Voter turnout in the 2020 election was 79%. Voter turnout in the 2022 election was 53%. But voter turnout in the municipal election in 2021 was 25%, and primary elections have less of a turnout. The result is that a municipal election could be decided by a few dozen votes, and if you can't make it to the polls, vote early in City Hall or get a mail-in absentee ballot. Make sure your voice is heard and your ballot is included in the count, because your vote can make a difference. Democracy wins when more people vote. Thank you. Especially the voters of Ward 2 in Marlborough, Massachusetts, the greatest small city in the world. Thank you, goodbye, and take care.